When it comes to kitchenware, I'm sure you all have heard of words like Teflon, ceramic, powder coating, and other similar terms being thrown around. But have you ever wondered what these coatings really do to the human body? After all, they are chemicals. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and my name is Dr. Noblinasu. I'm a medical doctor with an interest in lifestyle medicine. I'm also a coach to people looking to become the best versions of themselves, physically or mentally. So today, let us do some deep diving into kitchenware. It is not just the food we eat, which many of us are so careful about these days, but what that food is cooked in or used to prepare. There's nylon, silicone, stainless steel, wood, glass, Teflon, ceramic, aluminium, plastic, cast iron, and copper. Each of these materials has its pros and cons. Nylon is excellent for stirring, but it is not a very suitable material for high temperature cooking exceeding 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 204 degrees centigrade. At these high temperatures, nylon can melt or degrade, and there's a risk of chemicals leaching into your food. One of these chemicals is something known as DDM, or diamino diphenyl methane. Trust me, even doctors have trouble saying this, and it is as bad as it sounds. It is commonly found in black nylon, a popular choice for kitchen utensils. So why is this important? Well, certain forms of DDM are known to be carcinogenic, as in they cause cancer. What about silicone? Yes, the very same silicone that is sometimes used in procedures as injectables. Liquid silicone fillers gain popularity for enhancing lips, cheeks, and certain other body parts. Today, some cosmetic surgeons still offer this procedure, although it's widely recognized as unsafe. Now, many cosmetic surgeons provide services of removal of liquid silicone implants, as this substance doesn't always remain in the injected tissue and has numerous accidents. Great business model, right? You make money on its way in and out. So when we use this silicone with some additives, we get a flexible material that can be used on cooking utensils. But like nylon, it is not really a fan of overheating either. While most food-grade silicone utensils can handle high heat, there's still a chance they can melt if exposed to excessive temperatures. In such cases, melted silicone could potentially mix with your food. If this happens, please discard both the melted product and the contaminated food without thinking twice. Which brings us to stainless steel. Did you know that stainless steel is durable but can also leach nickel? Now, there is a misconception regarding this, so let us clear that up quickly. Research indicates that stainless steel cookware is more likely to release nickel when cooking highly acidic foods like curd or lemon juice or vinegar over extended periods. However, there is no nickel leaching when cooking liquids with low acidity levels such as coffee, tea, milk, and other similar liquids. These do have acids in them, but not as high as the other ones we mentioned earlier. According to a report from the National Library of Medicine, our bodies can tolerate up to 1,000 micrograms of nickel. Studies have shown that 300 series stainless steel only releases around 88 grams of nickel, well within our body's tolerance limits. To put this into perspective, we encounter nickel in various foods like vegetables, legumes, seafood, and even certain fruits like raspberries and pineapples. In fact, a study found that a cup of peanuts contains 136 micrograms of nickel, which is still higher than what you might get from stainless steel cookware. Wood is a timeless choice, but it does have a porous nature, means it is leaky. This unique quality stems from wood's natural antibacterial and germ-killing properties. The porous texture can absorb bacteria, trapping it within the wood's pores, where it eventually dies off within a few hours. To make the most of wooden utensils, it's a good practice to always ensure thorough cleaning and complete drying after each use. This goes with all products, not just wood, by the way. This makes wood a safe and reliable option compared to other materials with respect to plastics. Now let's talk about the materials that are most commonly used on pots and pans and other cookware as their top coating. First up, we have Teflon. The Teflon journey began on April 6, 1938, when Dr. Roy J. Plunkett was working with gases related to refrigerants. An unexpected discovery emerged as he examined a frozen compressed sample of tetrafluoroethylene. The sample had spontaneously polymerized into a white waxy solid, forming polytetrafluoroethylene, PTFE. Teflon isn't a standalone product, it's a brand name for PTFE. This coating, a type of plastic, is sprayed onto various items and then baked to create a surface that is non-stick, waterproof, non-corrosive, and non-reactive. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, notes that Teflon can lead to adverse health outcomes. if consumed or absorbed by humans, which means it's just harmful for humans. PFOA, or perfluorooctanoic acid, is a chemical used in the production of Teflon and various water-resistant products. Although it is not found in Teflon itself, it's released during the manufacturing process. This is a polymer used to make coatings of kitchen utensils non-stick. This chemical became a global concern as it doesn't break down, leading to widespread contamination in water, soil, and even our bodies. PFOA can accumulate in our body over time and has been linked to reproductive and developmental issues, including cancer, issues within babies, liver damage, and thyroid disease, with detectable levels already present in most people today. PFOA was banned in 2015, and today Teflon primarily relies on PTFE as a coating agent. It is generally considered safer than PFOA. So what happens when Teflon deteriorates under high temperatures? Teflon can begin to break down at temperatures above 500 degrees Fahrenheit or 260 degrees centigrade, and it can release harmful fumes. Inhaling these fumes can lead to flu-like symptoms, a condition known as polymer fume fever, also known as Teflon flu, which lead to symptoms such as fever, respiratory distress, chills, headache, muscle pain, and fatigue. These fumes irritate the respiratory tract or your airways, causing temporary discomfort. And repeated exposure to such fumes could potentially lead to more severe respiratory issues. While polymer fume fever itself is usually short-lived, concerns about health risks associated with chemicals like PFOA have raised questions about extended exposure and potential long-term effects, such as cancer and reproductive problems. Nonetheless, some manufacturers may still use PFOA or lower quality PTFE in their products. Hence, it's always better to exercise caution and choose Teflon cookware from reputable brands that prioritize quality standards. Your health demands this caution. It would be best if you could totally avoid Teflon coated items, but I understand that might be an inconvenience for a lot of you people out there. The choice is yours in the end. Now let's move on to ceramic cookware. I'm sure you heard of this in the recent years. Here is a research paper showing a case study involving a 55-year-old woman with symptoms like abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, and loose stools. Initially baffling medical experts because this sounds like food poisoning, but it was not. Eventually, further investigations unveiled elevated lead levels in both her and her son. And guess what was the root cause? It was their exposure to lead from the ceramic pots and mugs bought in a South American country, which contain a substantial 17% lead content in their glaze. Now, the consensus is that ceramic coated pans and pots are deemed safe when acquired from reputable companies that follow food contact material regulations. Yet, it is crucial to steer clear of cookware with synthetic coatings so that even if you scratch and damage the coating, you don't end up consuming harmful chemicals in your food from it. These coatings are made from a mixture of primarily clay and silicate materials. It is applied to the base material, which is usually a metal like aluminium, and then baked at a high temperature, creating a hard, smooth, and non-leaky surface. However, these coatings have raised concerns due to the potential release of titanium dioxide nanoparticles into food, associated with various health risks such as fertility issues, liver damage, and gut microbiome alterations. While this nanoparticle release typically occurs at exceptionally high temperatures, once again above 500 degrees, any surface scratch or wear and tear on the ceramic coating over time can significantly speed up nanoparticle emissions. So compared to the infamous Teflon cookware that we just talked about, ceramic coating is a lot more favored due to its safety profile. However, to maintain the non-stick surface of ceramic cookware, proper care is important, involving precautions against temperature shocks, excessive heat exposure, and adhering to appropriate seasoning techniques. So then, is cooking with aluminium safe for your health? Over the years, the dangers of high aluminium levels, including links to Alzheimer's and kidney disease, has become more widespread. It's important to note that aluminium is naturally present in water, air, soil, and many everyday products like cosmetics, antiperspirants, antacids, and aspirin. People typically absorb only 0.01 to 5% of the aluminium they ingest, with the majority not entering the bloodstream from the digestive tract. Aluminium toxicity, though, over time, where it builds up, can affect the brain, bones, muscles, and tissues, and it occurs over an extended period and with heavy exposures, particularly people working in the mining and aluminium production industry. For these people, things can get much worse quick. So when using aluminium cookware, be cautious with wet acidic foods such as tomatoes, lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruits, berries, and vinegars, as they can cause more metal to leach into your dishes dishes. Instead, always choose an anodized or non-reactive coated aluminum when cooking to avoid any concerns about aluminum leaching. Anodization is a process by which a layer of the aluminum gets converted into an oxidized surface. This prevents anything from getting from the superficial layer to the deep layer of that metal. Now for the big question, how can you avoid or minimize exposure to these potentially harmful chemicals, and what are the healthy alternatives? Avoiding harmful chemicals starts with choosing cookware with safe coatings. Look for labels like PFOA free and PTFE free for Teflon alternatives. Ensure that aluminum cookware is coated or anodized to prevent metal leaching. Consider options like glass, cast iron, copper, and stainless steel. These materials are generally safe for cooking and come with their own set of advantages. To reduce any potential effects, use cookware within recommended temperature limits. Avoid using metal utensils that can scratch coatings and replace damaged or worn out cookware promptly. So there you go, the lowdown on what the effects of various chemicals in your kitchen and how to keep your kitchen adventures safe and healthy. Remember, knowledge is your best culinary sidekick, so stay informed, cook with care, and enjoy those healthy meals. Speaking of a meal, if you could excuse me now, I'm going to treat myself to some good food. Time for dinner. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you around.